Welcome back to Dream Builders. I'm Scott Morgan. This home in Palm Beach, Florida was inspired by Mediterranean architecture, but our next homeowners prefer the Far East, so they built a home that embraces Japanese culture.
In California's wine country, the traditions of the East are blending with the modernism of the West. On a golf course with views of the distant hills, Mac and Joan Schwing have created a custom home, balancing the subtle beauties of Japan with the contemporary conveniences of America.
I think both Joan and I have always felt attracted to modern architecture, but we felt that the things we saw in Japan gave us a chance to blend the two together to fit really our lifestyle and our experiences.
The 4,800 square foot home ripples 2 stories down a small hillside. Expansive spaces give the home an airy, open ambiance.
Well, here's a scene.
Architect Greg Rowland worked closely with the Schwings to balance form and function.
As an architect, I'm interested in light and space, and this was an opportunity to wonderfully experiment with both light and space.
Building that vision on the chosen site was the greatest challenge. There were many days of grueling work for builder Rick Nielsen.
I think probably the biggest challenge was initially in the site work itself, because it's a hillside. We were fighting a spring on site, which just generated water throughout the early stages of the process. And then we just excavated tons and tons of rock.
But as the home took shape, it began to reflect a singular vision. The Schwings have lived in Japan, and their love of Japanese culture, furnishings, and architecture are evident throughout. Durable and bright inlaid bamboo floors cover much of the space, lending consistency to the entire home.
The floors are very special, I think. They're bamboo with wenge inlaid, and they're laid out to look like tatami mats to give the concept again of sort of a Japanese feeling, a Japanese floor, and they worked out really well.
The huge bamboo divider between the living room and the pool room was designed and built by a master woodworker. In the dining room, he also built staggered bamboo cabinetry that creatively hides a dumbwaiter. Also in the dining room, local craftspeople built 4 teak Japanese sliding Fusuma doors, hand-painted to reflect the 4 seasons of the wine country. Other features include a Japanese-style waterfall tucked away in an isolated courtyard. At its base, a traditional goldfish pond and natural growing bamboo add to a sense of serene isolation. Inside the house, a small bathroom with its grass cloth wallpaper reflects a powerful Asian influence. And in the kitchen, a teak pinnacle ceiling creates the feeling of a traditional Japanese farmhouse.
We told the architect that one of our goals was to design the whole house around the kitchen and make it kind of the focal point of the house. We both love to cook. It has cooking stations that we can look at each other and as we cook and talk to each other. It also has a seating area where our friends can sit while we prepare meals.
Builder Rick Nielsen constructed teak and rosewood kitchen cabinets, functional utilities that carry through the themes of the home. That consistency is also evident in the construction itself, in the measured windows and stucco joints.
It took the fellow who did the lath work, he was here for probably 8 or 9 weeks just installing the metal before we got the stucco started.
The chipped stone on the outside walls also required meticulous installation. The stone is locally quarried and applied one at a time. Rocks removed during excavation became sitting areas, giving the landscape a natural earthen feel. But the home is also a model of technology.
My background is in the computer systems world, and we wanted to have the house reflect some of that. So the whole house is controlled by PC and by the whole world of advanced technology.
The home throughout features push-button controls for lights, heat, cooling, even music. Combining such advanced technologies with Eastern decorative traditions may seem eclectic, but the result is sophisticated simplicity.
Well, I'm extremely pleased with the result. I think it's one of the most successful houses that I've had the opportunity to be involved in. So I just have a lot of pleasure every time I see the house.
And it's the right fit. for the lifestyle and passions of its globally minded owners.
I feel very peaceful and warm in the house. I think all the textures, the wood textures, all the different interplay of materials, it's a very sort of friendly atmosphere. It's open, it's just homey.
Can you identify this house? A popular 19th century opera diva made this brick mansion her home in Washington, D.C. The answer when Dream Builders return.